Radio 1450 WCTC. Call Jersey Central at 732-545-9282. Toll free at 888-545-9282. Watch Jersey Central live online at WCTCAM.com or listen on your smartphone with the iHeartRadio or TuneIn apps. Connect with WCTC on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube by searching 1450 WCTC. And now back to Jersey's Morning Show. Jersey Central with Bert Barron.
7:38. We're back on Jersey Central on the new Talk Radio WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. It is Bert Barron. How are you? We got our contest coming up just a bit. Going to give away a voucher, 4 vouchers, family 4-pack of vouchers to Disney on Ice Passport to Adventure, which is coming to the Sun National Bank Center in Trenton. Your chance to win is coming up in just a bit. Final time in 2016 that will go to the Jersey Central Newsmaker Hotline. And welcome in Barry Blank from National Estate Jewelers for What's It Worth here on WCTC. Barry, good morning. How are you? Good to have you back. Hope your holidays are going well, my friend.
They're good. I'm actually in a kayak in shorts.
Wow.
Between Ozzy Osbourne's lake. No, it's not, but it's called Lake Osborne
Right.
and Lake Ida in Delray, Florida.
That's beautiful. Good for
and
you.
We're fishing and caught a few largemouth bass.
Awesome.
And I just heard that the Waterford crystals supplied 2,688 crystals, weighing 11,800 some odd pounds for the ball drop on New Year's Eve.
That's remarkable. Wow.
But I'm going to be in Key West, so I don't think I'm going to be in Times Square.
Yeah. They don't lower it from a palm tree or anything in Florida, do they? Nothing like
maybe,
that.
Maybe they'll have a bowl full of coconuts dropping down.
Yeah, maybe, right? Barry, before we talk about one of the more important decisions that people are going to make moving into the new year, I saw a piece online about the value of some very expensive and very rare menorah that people have been collecting and have accumulated a lot of value. In some cases, some of these are well over 100, if not 150 years old. Some of them can be very valuable, right?
They certainly can. We've had some silver menorahs, some oil menorahs that we've sold.
Mm-hmm.
They're not quite that, from anywhere from about $800 to $1,500.
Wow.
And they're either made of 800 silver or 925, which is sterling silver. And they're really lovely. I also had something real interesting. I had the Torah breastplate, which is the sterling silver cover for Torah, that I sold it personally for about $1,500.
Whoa!
And it had less than $100 worth of silver in it. So you go figure.
Yeah.
So you got to be real knowledgeable of who you work with.
Yeah, definitely, and that's where National Estate comes into play. That's for sure. Big decision that people are going to make this year, Barry, to sell or to hold. What's the best information you could give people as we move into the new year?
People always ask me that. When we give them a price on something, they say, "Well, we're going to wait for gold to go up." Because they remember when gold was $1,900 an ounce, and now it's $1,142 an ounce this morning. And I say, well, if you look at the graph, everything says that it's going down. You just look, but you want to hold. My advice is don't wait for the time you have to sell something. Sell it when it's comfortable. Sell it when you're not in a hurry. Because if you have to raise money, you're going to sell it at a much lower price because it's called a forced sale or a liquidation sale. And you don't want to do that. You want to really get the most you can. What we've been doing for our clients is we've been taking things on consignment on bigger pieces like big deco bracelets and bigger diamonds or Vacheron and Constantine watches. And if I don't have to lay out the money, I don't have to worry about my investment. That sounds crazy, but really what my eye is on is protecting my clients and getting them the most money, where instead of making a huge profit, I make a much smaller profit and make a percentage.
Yep.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah, I understand that completely. But also, as you move into the new year, if you don't have a will written, particularly one that has a list of all your valuable possessions, that's something you should take a look at in the new year also, right?
It is, but you got to be real careful. Once you have your valuables listed in a will, they're taxable. I'm not saying to do anything illegal, but you may want to consider making a separate list that is not attached to your will or gifting them at one point or another in your lifetime so that there is no taxable inheritance. And always remember to divest some of, if you have lots and lots of money, God willing, that you divest some of it over your lifetime to your kids or important people, because if you ever go into a facility or a senior care thing, all your estate's gone. So, got to be careful.
Yeah, taking photographs of the items too is a good idea. Just the proof
It's a,
kind of shows that you have them and you own them at some point.
it's a really, really great thing to take them. I know a lot of people that take photos of everything, and then they hire, either they take them themselves, a video of everything. They open and close their cabinets,
Hmm.
their drawers. They go through their whole house. And it's a good way to track things, because in this digital age, everything has a date and a location stamp.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, that's a good idea there as well. Also, is there a threshold, Barry? Maybe you've gone, I don't know, I haven't worn this particular piece of jewelry or whatever. A year has gone by, I haven't used it once. Is that a good threshold to use as maybe a rule of thumb, that maybe something you haven't used in 1 year, 2 years, 5 years means that you could probably sell it and part with that particular item?
Well, I would say 2 years is really the threshold. But you know what? Different people, different things. Some people, if they haven't worn it in a month, they can sell it. Clean it out, sell it, get rid of it.
Right.
It's crazy. But I would say 2 years is a really good, even for our household things like clothing and things.
Hmm.
There's the old, I don't know which TV show did it. They did the Lifeboat skit, where you take a big circle and you put it on your front lawn, and everything that you want to keep in your life, you put it in there, and that's considered your lifeboat. Everything else in your house you throw out.
Interesting.
I wouldn't do it. But there was a skit on one of the
Right.
Friends or something where they did that.
Barry Blank is with us this morning. It's What's It Worth here on Jersey Central and WCTC. And Barry, will continue this feature, of course, into 2017. The important thing, Barry, when you work with, whether you're selling valuables, whether you're talking about listing possessions and whatever, you want to make sure you work with reputable people, and recommendations go a long way in this process too, right?
That 100% true. And if you look at our Better Business Bureau rating of A+ with zero complaints in zero, I'm going to repeat that, zero complaints in 18 years, and our feedback, which is now beginning to grow on Google and the other service engines, people say to us, "I can't believe how nice you guys are," and everything's done in a private room.
You can't put a value on being nice, but it's sure helpful when you're conducting a business transaction, right? And like you said, there's a big difference.
Yeah, sorry.
Big difference between customers and clients. That's the important thing. People that
That
work
is
with you
true.
are clients. Exactly.
That is 100% true.
All right. Well, let me let you get back to your fishing expedition there in Florida, Barry. And let me wish you a happy new year. And I look forward in 2017 to continuing our weekly feature. And all the best to you and your family and everyone at National Estate. All right?
And thank you to you and everybody at CTC.
All
Talk
right.
to you later.
You bet. Thank you very much, Barry. All right. There's Barry Blank, my guest.